I think indeed carbon dioxide removal using nature-based solutions can have co-benefits beyond just carbon removal from the atmosphere, right? For example, one of the things that Ethiopia and many other countries in East West, actually, I think in a lot of the continent are doing, but Ethiopia championing it more than most, is trying to restore their forest. Ethiopia has this ambitious objective to plant, I think it's 30 billion trees in the next 5 years. And you know, all whether they're restoring their forests, their mangroves, biodiversity, all this is protecting against storms, but it's also protecting against silting, which allows for us to have water for our energy. I always go back to that because it's so fundamental. But there are also opportunities to build livelihoods associated with nature-based solutions. And again, in Ethiopia, for example, one of the things that we're doing is using, you know, trying to see whether we can protect the trees that we've planted by creating new and better carbon stove, cooking stove alternatives, so that the citizens in different rural areas do not need to have recourse to the trees that have just recently been planted for cooking habits. In countries like Gabon, you know, we're looking for increased value addition on locally produced timber. And you know, IKEA is working with Gabon to see whether they can now relocate to Gabon. So it is one, using more efficient, improved technology, yes, to use some of the wood, creating more jobs, but doing it in a sustainable way. What we have seen in the past is that there hasn't been replacement of a lot of the trees that have been cut out. In that sense, carbon dioxide removal has the potential to both support the attainment of Africa's, you know, the prosperity ambitions and the sustainable development goals, but at the same time, ensuring that we do it in a climate smart way. However, carbon dioxide removal using other technologies, including sort of removal from fossil fuels, biomass, and plants, is something that we do not, you know, do well enough in terms of the continent, that we will need first to do some advocacy, a little bit more education,